Hey everyone, welcome to another Kill Lancer Gaming. Don't forget the bell button and the subscribe button to get the notifications to my channel. I wanted to introduce a new segment to my channel, guys. I wanted to do something new for my channel. Not just show you guys games I play, but show you my viewers games you may have missed or knew nothing about. I also wanted to share information about gaming topics and games that you have been waiting for a very long time but lost track of, which happens for me all the time when I'm trying to hold on to a lot of games. And I know you guys have been trying to hold on a lot of games in your memory bank. We all can't maintain that. Now let's dive into some hidden gems you haven't heard of before, like or basically lost track of. I would do this by console. Also, indie games would be thrown in the mix as well. And later down the line, I'll start to cover like PC games as well. But today, we'll be talking about Dragon's Dogma, the Dark Arisen for the Nintendo Switch. Now I'm going to give you a little back info on Dragon's Dogma. I know it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch as a remaster. Maybe not everybody knows about that, but I'm going to give you some information anyway. Dragon's Dogma was published by Capcom in the year 2012, and it was released May 22nd in 2012. Its two head directors, Itsunua, who had his hands in the Devil May Cry series, and Kaneshiro, who has done the Dark Arisen expansion pack for Dragon's Dogma. This game was an action RPG borrowing elements from games like Skyrim and Monster Hunter. One of Capcom's best-selling games that has kept their company afloat for many years alone just in Japan. DD is an action RPG hack and slash game that has somewhat of a multiplayer aspect to it, using the system called the Pawn system, which summons other characters from other realms to aid you in your game. Which was different. It was totally different during that time, that particular feature, which I found interesting. And also it was kind of like a system like the Dark Souls type of system. Also, another key feature of the game was being able to crawl on top of massive monsters, picking them apart at their weak points, along with different classes and also advanced job classes within the game. The DLC, The Dark Arisen, was released in April 25th, 2013 as both standard and limited edition. However, it was released in the West on the 23rd of April. Dragon's Dogma sold over 302,000 units in its debut in Japan for the PS3 version, and on the Xbox 360 version, it sold only 29,000 units, which was pretty poor. I guess because during the time Japan really wasn't feeling Xbox 360. This definitely sparked a future for Dragon's Dogma, but I'm not going to touch on that just yet. I'm going to say that for a little bit later within this video. I've really been on fire when it comes down to playing my Nintendo Switch, so I've been keeping track of games like Dragon's Dogma for the Nintendo Switch. This game is an old gen game I've never beat due to the game was just so freaking hard to beat. This game also hit PC a few years ago, playing at 60 frames per second, which I seen my brother DX Stripe play this game on the PC a few years back. And I have to say, the game looks and runs good on the PC. It also comes with the DLC, The Dark Arisen. Also, guys, I want you to take this for a grain of salt. Not really sure, but I've been hearing a lot of news on forums that this game plays at 30 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch, just like the PS4 and the Xbox One edition. Also, I want to share with you guys just a little treat. In the old gen, you can obtain the hero Gus's armor from Berserk and the antagonist Griff armor from Berserk. This was a collaboration between Capcom and the Berserk Age Arc film. However, this agreement has been expired between the two companies, so it's so sad for the PS4, the Xbox One, the PC, and the Nintendo Switch owners that you won't be able to obtain these armors. But what you guys can do is check out the anime. Check out the Berserk Arc series animated movies, and also you could check out the anime as well. If you want to watch the older version, you can too. It doesn't really matter. But also, Berserk has released several of different titles from different platforms back in the day, like Gus Rage for the Dreamcast, and another Berserk game on the PS2, and a recently Dynasty Warriors type of game that came out a few years back, guys. The crossover between those two companies was just perfect. The armor sets fit perfectly within the game, so I was definitely impressed during the time that DLC was released. But also, we got a nice little DLC crossover treat with Travis from No More Heroes that's coming to DD as well, and it's free content as well, but it's in the form of a pawn. So the pawn is basically going to have Travis's beam katana, which I find, you know, pretty cool but a little weird at the same time because it's a future type weapon in a medieval style game. But also for Travis's crossover, he'll be getting a Dragon's Dogma t-shirt, which I think that's pretty nice too. He gets to rock that on the game, which I'll be able to get my hands on since I own the No More Heroes Travis Strikes Back for the Nintendo Switch, which I'll be doing more on, guys. But also, the thing that I find strange is that soon after I heard about the Dragon's Dogma game hitting the Nintendo Switch, not too long after that, Netflix announced an original anime for DD. Now, this has got me hyped for some apparent reason. They're actually going to do a Dragon's Dogma anime. Like, what made them think that this would be the perfect ideal for that? Like, it was just mind-boggling to me. This would be a 3D CGI animation, which I'm not too happy about. But heck, you know, I'm going to watch it. It doesn't matter to me. No image has been released of this anime since it just was announced, but I will be putting a link in the description below to show you the viewers that this information came out not too long ago on IGN, but also a few other sites that I got this from as well. Remember when I told you that Capcom still had plans for DD? Well, 2 years after the Dark Arisen came out, on August 31st, 2015, Dragon's Dogma Online, which is a sequel to the main series, was released. This is a free-to-play game for PS3, PS4, and the PC only in Japan, which was pretty sad because the game had a cult following, which I guess it wasn't big enough to bring to the US. The good thing is, over 2 million players downloaded this game within the first 10 days of the game's launch, thus expressed the director had interest in making a sequel to the game itself. With the success of Monster Hunter World, Devil May Cry 5, Mega Man 9, and so on Street Fighter 5, I have to say Capcom is doing pretty good. Hopefully the 2 signs of DD anime and the remaster of the DD for Nintendo Switch is a big red flag that this game will get a doggone sequel, guys. Like, I'm really praying that this game gets a sequel. It deserves one. It's one of Capcom's gems. And I have to say that Capcom has really been killing the game lately. I'm really proud of Capcom. Capcom was one of my favorite gaming companies as a kid and still is now. They've made a lot of mistakes when it came down to their games, but hopefully this will bring them back into the game full force. Well, that about does it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to do many more like this, and I'm hoping that you guys give me good feedback on this particular video. Dragon's Dogma releases next Tuesday, the 23rd of this month, which I'm excited for, and I'm probably going to do like some gameplay of it so you guys can see it, or maybe like a breakdown video. But anyway, guys, that about does it. Don't forget the bell button and subscribe button to get the notifications to my channel. This is Keel Lancer, and we got more.